In this video, I'll analyze 3 example videos. One that did almost everything right, one that was inches from greatness, and another that did almost everything wrong. Let's take a look at someone who is making engaging content and keeping their audience watching. And let's talk about why, what editing is causing this, how are they establishing and delivering a value proposition, what are they doing different from others in their vertical that caused them to succeed. Let's briefly talk about their thumbnails. These thumbnails crush core criteria in several ways. They show what the videos are going to be about. There's minimal text, and what text is used is accompanied by an arrow for attention hijacking. There is a face. 2 aren't emotive, which makes me think maybe some of this will be about projecting onto the subject, which is also good. 1 has an emotive face, which means there might be more personality in the video. There's drama in all of them, especially the fire, which comes out into the foreground. She's the subject and she's disparate from the background. Clearly in 2, her image has been separated from the background or wasn't actually even in the foreground to start with, and the background has been ever so slightly blurred. They're prime examples of what people should be doing and aren't technically hard to do beyond the creativity. And you're a creator. You've got this. Back to content. As an audience member, I'm certainly getting a value proposition and a solid idea what each video is going to be about. This is all really sound fundamentals. Let's see how they deliver on the value proposition and keep content moving. We'll start with the 4.3 million view video just because the obvious level of success.
Today, I'm traveling to what is arguably the most isolated, remote town in the United States outside of Alaska.
18 of us live here year-round.
It happens to sit at the end of a very remote, long dirt road with no school, no hospital, and no supermarket for 100 miles in every direction.
This was a busy town back in its heyday.
I'm taking several hours to drive here to see what it's like to live in a place that's just so detached from the busy, crowded, and hyper-convenient side of America that most of us know.
It must be one of the most beautiful roads I've ever driven down.
And on a more personal note, I wonder, is this a place I could ever move to?
This video has great B-roll and a professional-sounding voiceover. I really don't want good footage to be your takeaway. We're here for a deeper understanding of getting and keeping your audience's attention with the good footage I know you're getting. This video immediately starts delivering in the value proposition.
Today, I'm traveling to what is arguably the most isolated, remote town in the United States outside of Alaska.
There is 0.0 seconds of wasted time. The title and what they are doing is stated in the first 5 seconds of the video. Incredible delivery on the value proposition. Always do this within the first 15 seconds of the video, but doing what has been done here is even better in the first 5 seconds. Let's count the cuts before she's finished with the entire value proposition, restating the title and telling you what's going to be in the video. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cuts in 7 seconds. That's fantastic for not being overwhelming or visually disruptive, and also shows the argument of just how remote they are. You can see how remote they are. This immediately is followed by a local giving testimony.
18 of us live here year-round.
It happens to sit at the end of a very remote, long dirt road.
The local gives numerical value to this channel's value proposition, which adds both personal authority and quantifiable authority and is used in almost the same breath as the narrator. Facts set the scene and deliver the content we're here for. It's remote. Here's how remote it is. Here's the dirt road. Anywhere with just a dirt road for 100 miles is remote, probably, right? Sounds remote to me. The footage is showing you how remote it is. It's also creating drama and tension and generating questions.
With no school, no hospital, and no supermarket for 100 miles in every direction.
No medical care? No supermarket? How do you get food and medical treatment if something goes wrong? We're 20 seconds in, we have drama, we have cuts, fast-paced delivery of information, we have delivery of the value proposition, and even statements of authority on the value proposition. I'm saying value proposition a lot. It's important. You also see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 cuts again during the qualifying information before the personality of the video is even shown. We know there's going to be personality as part of the value with I in the title and a subject with move here over their head. But before we get there, we're given a lot of reason to care. It's not just jumping into a personality and saying, like me, I'm me. There is a lot packed into these 20 seconds showing why we should care. Now we're at the personality. I'm only going to go over a little more of this video. I want to get a counterexample, someone that isn't performing so well, to really put in perspective how good this is. The first 30 seconds are the most crucial. If your audience hasn't clicked off after the first 30 seconds, then you're already winning. Now, if you can keep everyone watching for over half your video, even better. After that, you're doing extremely well. We'll be able to get an understanding of how this channel succeeds at that within the next 20 seconds.
This was a busy town back in its heyday.
I'm taking several hours to drive here to see what it's like to live in a place that's just so detached from the busy, crowded, and hyper-convenient side of America that most of us know.
It must be one of the most beautiful roads I've ever driven down.
And on a more personal note, I wonder, is this a place I could ever move to?
The subject states facts, states them fast, and breaks up the flow, functioning in a similar way as the local giving testimony, this time in vlog style. This is a big takeaway for anyone looking to learn from this. Every 2 seconds, there's a cut. There's voiceover intermixed with a grounded subject speaking straight to the camera, connecting to the audience twice in the first 25 seconds. There is no way anyone who clicked on this video is bored, unless they just shouldn't have clicked on this video. What's essentially the thesis of this video is stated 45 seconds in. We've been building drama, setting the premise, delivering on value of how remote the town is, visiting the remote town, and now we have the big question which completes all of what we're here for. Both thumbnail and title have been addressed in under a minute. Overall, this is how you deliver on a value proposition. This is how you pace. This is how you make high-quality YouTube content. Anyone feeling like they aren't getting the value they clicked for has clicked on the wrong video. There's no clickbait here, just good storytelling, pacing, and fundamentals. Replicate this and you can't lose. It doesn't even have to be as dramatic a concept. You don't have to go to the ends of the earth for this. The same concepts can be applied to cooking, gaming, coin collections, chocolate, anything. 1. Create a value proposition. 2. Deliver on it in the first 15 seconds. 3. Deliver a thesis in the first 30 and spend the rest of the video answering it with good B-roll, editing, and pacing. Your audience will watch. Okay, so I found 2 videos that failed at getting views, but were equally as dramatic in their title. One was only posted 3 days ago, so we'll give it a lot of latitude. In general, I don't want to mock or ridicule anyone, so if this is you, please consider this as free consulting. This isn't a judgment on your creative ability or you as a creator. It's one moment in time. I've made plenty of bad content and failed more than probably anyone watching, so please do not take this the wrong way. Let's get into it. The first one is an interesting case study because it is a channel that has had relatively massive success. 5,000 views isn't a bad amount of views, but the channel had 600,000 on one video and 2 at 500,000 before this video was released, and it has 29,000 subscribers. Objectively, 600,000 views is a lot. For this channel, 5,000 is really bad. For you, it might be different. You might be fighting for your first 100 view video, and that is okay. So this channel has done well in the past, but maybe they don't know why. Maybe they just vastly improved over the years. Maybe they phoned in a few videos. You never know. Right off the bat, we can talk about how bad this thumbnail is. Too much text and hard to read text at that, and crunched together text. It's not standing out from the background. It's everything we've talked about as bad. Which is a shame because it looks like a good picture underneath. Let's get into the video.
This is the town of Supai, located in Cataract Canyon, a tributary to the Grand Canyon. It is the capital of the Havasupai Indian Reservation. It is one of the most remote towns in America and still receives its mail by a mule train. You see, there are no roads to this town at all.
Okay, I think this is a creator that just likes sharing their interests. The narrator seems somewhat nervous and starts info dumping rapidly, which is fine for just sharing info. But there's nothing in the title or even thumbnail, despite the text that tells me that this video is just going to be an info dump. It might actually have done better if the title was Facts About Most Remote Town in USA. That simple change might have drastically improved view count, even with the thumbnail. I can tell this creator hasn't developed a value proposition. It's that simple of a difference between the last video and this one, both with concepts revolving around remote places. This video might face a harder upper limit on views just because consuming information isn't as compelling for some people. But I'll bet there's at least 1 million people on YouTube that would like to learn about this concept. But having people click on the video that isn't right for them is going to tank your audience retention and make the video not appear in the algorithm. And having people not click on your video is going to be even worse.
In order to get to this town, I had to hike a 8-mile-long path down into the canyon to the town of Supai.
Okay, so we're 26 seconds in, and we just now found out that the creator actually went to this town. You cannot bury the lead like that. That is way more compelling than info dumping. Even with the shaky footage and rough stills, this creator could have had another successful video easily by telling us in the thumbnail and title that the creator went to the town, and telling us that in the first few seconds, then delivering the facts. By the way, Warp Stabilize in Premiere Pro might help a little, not all the way, but that was really shaky footage that I'd just cut. But if you feel you need the footage in there, try something. Back to the last video. Let's see when they say they go to the town.
Today, I'm traveling to what is arguably the most isolated, remote town in the United States outside of Alaska.
1 second. Today I'm traveling. Again, no wasted time getting to the point. The last video also said in the title what they were doing and confirmed it in the first words of the video. Huge difference. Look at that shot. That is incredible. The creator is likable, got incredible footage, and the creator went somewhere absolutely incredible. I would give the creator the following advice. 1. Improve your thumbnail and title. Just always do that. 2. Make it clear that you actually went to this town in the title and thumbnail. 3. Within the first 5 to 10 seconds, make it clear you went to the town and you're going to tell us about your experience, then build the drama. I thought this was going to be an info dumping video about a town you didn't even go to. 4. Consider removing your extremely shaky footage and put some of your better footage first. It doesn't have to be a linear presentation of your trip. You had some really compelling footage I'm sure a lot of people have clicked off before even getting to. Maybe start the first few seconds with some of your best footage. If you need the shaky footage for length, have it at the end. 5. Most importantly, learn to develop a value proposition and gear everything toward that value proposition. There should never be a moment that isn't related to that value proposition, and that will save the audience the heartache of clicking off too soon and missing the absolutely stunning views. Overall, I think I see why the creator did get a few videos with really high numbers. Qualities they have are likability, ability to get remote and incredible footage, and a lot of knowledge about and respect for where they are. With the right editing, thumbnails, and titles, this channel could and probably should be this creator's full-time job. This creator's just a few simple changes away from having made it. Okay, last video. This is a video that had 0 views before I clicked on it, but was only uploaded 3 days ago on a channel with only 9 videos, so we won't be too hard on them. The thumbnail isn't the best, but it's better than the last one we looked at. We should see the face, and the subject should be seen more, and it should stand out from the background more. A light blur over the ocean would be fantastic. Nothing to distort the fact they are horse riding at the beach, but something to make the subject stand out. This wouldn't be hard to improve. The title is also literal, which is fine, not compelling. I certainly would change it, but we do get an idea of the value proposition, and there seems to be intent. Okay, so this is just a big no. We don't have to watch a lot. The title isn't what the video is about. The thumbnail has nothing to do with the video, other than the text slapped in the top left, and the entire video is just music. This doesn't have anything to do with traveling. Music over decent shots can do really well on YouTube. If they just made a title and thumbnail that said what the content was actually about, it'd probably do fine. You can kind of get the idea of just how out of line this is from a value proposition. So overall, we watched 3 videos. One that was the perfect example of what to do, one that was an example of someone that was inches from greatness, and another video that just completely missed on all the fundamentals. I hope this illustrates how to make high-quality content and helps you in your process. If you got something out of this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and check out our website where we do all kinds of marketing services, including YouTube consulting. See you next time.